Officers down, I repeat, officers down, I need help.
From pineapples to middle fingers. The skyscraper, here we are. There's actually a really funny story how Skyscraper came to be. So Rawson sends me a text, and the text was, hey man, I think I got a pretty good idea. I'd love to pitch you.
I write like 3 little pages about it, 3 or 5 pages. It's mostly pictures. You know, you could read it in under 10 minutes.
I had already worked with Rawson on Central Intelligence, so automatically I felt like I was gonna hear something that did not suck. Before we hung up the phone, he goes, hey, you know what? Just think about it, and instead of calling me back or texting me back, just, if you like it, send me a picture of a pineapple. If you hate it, send me a dick pic.
And he's like, what? Okay, dude, that's super weird, bye.
So I already knew I really liked it, and texted him about an hour later.
And we connect later that day, and he goes, hey man, hey.
I said, look man, I really appreciate it, but myself and Beau Flynn have already been developing a movie based on the world's biggest building.
And I just sort of slumped there, and I'm just like, oh man.
He hung up the phone. Luckily, I had a pineapple, and I had Lauren come in, and I said, take a picture of me. And I held the pineapple up with a big middle finger and with a big-ass smile like that, and she took a picture.
Right here.
And I said, I'm kidding, let's make a movie.
I bought it hook, line, and sinker, you know. I didn't know he was that good of an actor, I guess, and he got me.
Will Sawyer, the character that I play, he's different from every other character that I've ever played in my entire career. He was a hostage rescue negotiator for the FBI. He was a team guy, and he doesn't want to pick up his weapons anymore because things went sideways. It turned into a shit show. No! When we first meet him, he's an amputee, and he's just trying to put his life back together, and the guy's struggling.
I think everybody who's familiar with Dwayne's work knows he can pick up a dump truck and throw it through a brick wall. I mean, we've all seen that, but I didn't want to do that.
This particular character, I was just really able to sink my teeth into in ways and exercise muscles that I hadn't before.
The big challenge with someone like Dwayne, as talented as he is, it's really hard to put him on the back foot because he's 6'4", 265 pounds of granite.
He is larger than life in a lot of ways, obviously, and people really enjoy seeing him in that. But this character has flaws and is not a superhero and struggles, and we don't get to see Dwayne do that a lot.
I can hear your gears turning. What's going on?
Just don't want to screw it up.
And it's only when he's forced to take action, when his family is in jeopardy, that he saddles up and tries to right this wrong.
A good part of the film is us trying to find one another and save our children. You really have to believe that this couple loves each other and are desperate to find each other and desperate to save their family.
Will is presented with these insurmountable odds, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to go get his family, despite being in a forest city, despite missing a leg, and everything else that we possibly throw at him in the movie.
People are probably looking at him really crazy because he's going back into the fire, but I think I would too if my family was in there.
Dwayne has this line that he says, you can't be brave if you're not scared, which I think is a really inspirational line, and I think it's one of the most important lines in the movie.
I need you to be brave right now. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
We talked a lot about modeling the Will Sawyer character much more closely to the Harrison Ford archetype, an everyman who is just doing anything he can to protect his family and survive the challenges that he's faced with.
I felt like we had an opportunity here to create a character that maybe a lot of people around the world could relate to and could get behind. He's just trying to be the best man that he could possibly be.
Your weakness is your family. So now we're going to find out how much you love your family, Will.
I wanted to challenge him. I wanted to see him be vulnerable. I wanted to see him think his way out of a problem instead of punch his way out.
All right, these elevators operate on electromagnetic induction. When I cut this cable, you're gonna fall.
This is crazy.
Trust me.
Dwayne went really deep with this character. It needed it. It's an intense character who's going through a great deal and trying to overcome a lot of emotional and physical trauma. And I think Dwayne took it on and really did a beautiful job.
As soon as he has the drive, he'll kill us both.
Maybe. But he is my daughter, and her life is what matters to me, not mine.
Anybody who knows Dwayne knows there's one thing he loves more than anything, and that's a challenge. And if you tell him, people don't think you can do this, I think he rises to the occasion.
Great, 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 great.
I've really been a lucky son of a bitch to have the career that I've had and be able to play some characters that have been pretty memorable over the years, some not so memorable.
I love that he takes the work seriously, but not himself seriously. There's no diva nonsense with him. He'll do whatever it takes to win. And he's gracious, and he's humble, and he's hardworking. And people know that, they feel that, and it's not an act.
When you have a character who's just barely surviving, but every inch of his fiber, his soul, his constitution, his DNA won't let him quit. He just keeps going and going and going. If you pull that off right, by the end of the movie, it should create an emotional reaction to people. And luckily enough, it does. And we made a great movie with Skyscraper that I'm extremely proud of. Neve Campbell came to the table wanting to bring it.
It's really fun to sort of kick ass a bit.
Neve Campbell is a badass, and she shows it in this movie. If Dwayne Johnson's gonna marry her, she's gotta be a badass.
Neve, she was amazing. She got bashed around and thrown around. She was really, really into it.
Just roll. Just roll.
I was a dancer, so I was very physical my whole life. And for me, to do stunt work is a lot of fun because it's choreography. So in a lot of ways, it's very similar to dancing.
Nice.
We were looking to cast Shia, this ice-cold lady assassin, and I was watching a bunch of audition tapes, and I put in Hannah's tape, and she just had a baby, and her husband was pushing her in a wheelchair in the hospital, and she held out 2 guns and was firing them and saying all the lines, and I just was, whoever this is, I gotta have her in my movie.
I thought she was perfect for this role.
Hello, Will.
She likes killing people. And she's really good at her work. She's just raised to be a killing machine, so that is what she's doing. I have no martial arts backgrounds, but I did quite a lot for this, and Alan's team was great.
She would come down and train and rehearse, and she really wanted to bring it to the film, and she was really great.
Great job.
And one of the best scenes in the movie is when Sarah goes mano-a-mano with Shia in the backseat of a squad car. We wanted to have a really intimate fight, and I wanted to figure out a small space to do it in.
Ready, and action.
Shia is such a cold-blooded killer, and I thought that if I put them in a small coffin-sized space, maybe Sarah could use that to her advantage.
We're not trying to be a guy fight. We do like what really girls would do. You pull their hair, you smash them.
The working theory there is Neve's character doesn't want to fight. She wants to get the attention of the police officers. She's just clawing to stay alive.
We worked on it quite a bit, but it was a lot of fun, and Hannah was great, and I think it ended up being a really fun sequence. Hey.
Oh, he's got my back.
When I first heard Pablo Schreiber was going to be casted in the role, I thought, great, I loved him as an actor, and then I see him, I meet him for the first time, he is a big bastard. This guy is big, and I don't often kind of look up a little bit at guys, but I look up at Pablo, immediately informed what kind of fight this is going to be.
I was supposed to have the advantage, but Dwayne's so darn heavy, you know? The man works out like a beast.
A lot of times in Hollywood these days, fights can have a little bit of a gloss to them. If here's reality, well, it kind of floats up here into a reality that's kind of up here. But this was just bare bones, soup and nuts, blood and guts.
It's a fight that I'm very proud of. In the movie, both Dwayne and Pablo did an incredible job, as did our stunt coordinator, Alan Poppleton, and J.J. Perry, our second unit director.
Here we go, ready, and 3, 2, 1, go!
The Ben's apartment fight, it was up to 8 or 9 versions that we had prevised until everybody was kind of happy with what we were doing. And the actors, it's 80 to 90% of all them. Very nice.
Pablo, getting him up to speed, getting him ready for what he had to do with Dwayne. So he had a pretty extensive prep period.
I was there for maybe 2 or 3 weeks prior to filming and just training every day, learning the fight, working the fight, training martial arts and jiu-jitsu. It was a very long, extended, and complex fight sequence. So without the prior work that we did there, my stunt double would have been doing it all, which he helped in bits and pieces, but for the most part, it's me. I match his height pretty closely. I'm one of the few people that Dwayne has fought in on-screen fight that is 6'5", as he is. I unfortunately don't weigh 280 pounds, so he's got me by a few pounds there.
Two giants fighting in a small apartment, two big dudes in a little room. So in my mind, we would always just wreck the whole place because there's no way for two big guys to do that and not just tear the place up.
You can come up with all the coolest moves under the sun, but then if you actually break it down, it's like, okay, well, why is he doing that? These guys were best friends before.
Everything kind of came together in a perfect storm. The fight is very emotional, it's very visceral, it's very dirty, and it's very raw, and it's very intense.
He almost never gets the upper hand. He's scrambling and spitting and scratching and clawing to stay one step ahead of the knife.
It feels like just survival. It feels like Will Sawyer's doing whatever it takes to survive.
Seeing those two big bulls going at it in a china shop is pretty fantastic.
Oh, cut it. That's great. That's great. Really nice.
It was easily the most physically demanding role that I had ever played, and I really invested a lot of time into the character. There's a lot of things that I had to really keep in mind as an amputee, thinking about that every second of every frame, of every action, of every moment. And I really wanted to make sure that I was doing right by amputees, what that looks like, and psychologically what that feels like. There's a certain hitch in my step, there's a certain gait in my hips that these individuals go through when they're an amputee.
Early on, I thought about creating an amputee hero. I'd never seen that before in an action picture, in a lead role. And the idea of Dwayne playing a wounded warrior, an amputee veteran, that just got me really excited.
Dwayne's fascinated about playing a character like that and to engage in what the reality of that would be. And I think it's good for us to have a look at that, especially considering, you know, the amount of vets that we have coming home with these kinds of injuries and the sacrifices that they've made. I think it's good to take a look at that as well.
Oh my God.
I'm so good.
You rock.
What a pleasure, man. My main inspiration and resource was a gentleman by the name of Jeff Glassbenner. He is an amputee, and he is an extraordinary human being.
I cold called him, tracked him down, introduced myself to him. I flew him to set.
This man that I want to introduce is the inspiration for the character of Will that I'm playing. He is the first American amputee to climb Mount Everest. He is a 3-time Paralympian. He is also a world champion wheelchair basketball player, and he is also for this character, my greatest inspiration. So ladies and gentlemen, Team Skyscraper, allow me to introduce the amazing Jeff.
It was a proud day for all of us and an honored day for all of us to have Jeff on set for the very first time.
Part of the reasons why I think this movie is so cool, because you're gonna have an amputee that's gonna show people that it is kick-ass to be an amputee. It's okay that you can get to any summit, you can do anything in life, but you gotta have it in here and you gotta have it in here. Mr. Johnson studied the role and he knows what it's like and some of the struggles, what it's like to be an amputee.
We even had Jeff Glassbenner there when Dwayne was running on the super crane, and Jeff kind of consulted him on how he would run and how there'd be a little bit of a giddy up in his stride.
I sought out Jeff after that, and I said, you know, what'd you think? And he was blown away. He's like, that's exactly how I run. God, you nailed it. And I was like, wow, really? I was like, somebody's getting this on camera, right?
Jeff said that run was perfect.
You actually did amazing on that. I was like, with the dips and stuff, I was like, honestly, spot on. I was like, no, it's on there.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Do not encourage.
Okay.
I didn't want to be a role model, but life has taught me many things, and it's taught me that I can inspire others to take on challenges that they never thought was possible. And so a lot of times, if you just have someone that believes in you or shows you what's possible, then you can kind of believe it and achieve it. And so for me, I want to show so many people out there that it's so important that they can do whatever they want if they surround themselves with the right people and have the right mental attitude.
Right.
Absolutely.
To me, it was really important to show that an amputee can be a hero just like anybody else. And getting to portray someone with an amputation in this light, that's worth the whole movie to me. That's the whole reason to do it.
This is the coolest thing ever. So I thank you guys so much. So keep up the good work, and I cannot wait to see the finished product. Thank you.
Attention all units. Probable domestic disturbance with hostage situation. 1024. Officer down. Purpose Caucasian male. No known priors. Consider extremely dangerous. Proceed with caution.
Ray Hutchinson, 38, 6'2", white male, medium build, ex-wife, 2 children. We've got 3 hostages, ex-wife and 2 kids. Situation is extremely unstable.
Wanted in connection with the murder of a police officer.
I understand why you're angry. I do. But can you help me here? Help me find a solution so we can end this peacefully. We don't want anyone to get hurt. And I know you don't want to hurt anyone else.
I have the right to protect my home, my family.
I served. I bled. But this is what happens. This is the punchline. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. This isn't the way you want. I go to prison and my kids grow up without a father, my wife alone. That's peaceful. I want everyone gone. You, your men, and snipers, everyone. If I don't see tail lights in the next 5 minutes, you're not gonna like what happens next.
Think about your family, Ray. You don't want to do this.
Ray.
Can you get him back on the phone?
He's done talking.
Do it.
Yes, sir. All right, pulling out. Let's go.
Hands! Hands! Turn around!
Oh, shit. Got him clean, boss.
No, he's not caring. Ray, look at me. It's all over.
I didn't want it to end like this. It's not supposed to end like this.
Put your son down and step away. Do it now. Ray, I'm not gonna ask you again.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Good. No!
Command, this is Navy Alpha 219er en route to Beaufort Naval Hospital.
We're sailing over here. Get us data in front of us.
You're gonna be okay.
Kids are really excited about the Bandits.
Yeah, they'll be there all night.
Thanks for taking me to the offsite.
No worries. I mean, dinner's on you, of course.
Hey! Ow! He's got my back!
I got him! I lost him. You all right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's nasty. Gotta get that cleaned up, huh?
You got a med kit at your place?
Yeah, of course. I'm right around the corner. Come on. Welcome to Hong Kong.
Not that smart. You're doing great. Maybe we're gonna write this again, okay? I'll be okay, maybe calm down. Calm down. Okay. 1 second. Here. Deep breath. Wait. Look at the water.
What's that sound?
It's a fire, baby.
Is it coming?
I don't know.
Where are we gonna go?
Up. Across that bridge, all the way to the waterfall. Come on, up the stairs. Okay. Keep going. Don't stop.
It looks like you were right. We've got armed suspects up ahead.
有警察！
醒神啲吓，快啲，攞個傘啊！呢邊預備，呢度。
Stay down, don't leave the car.
Come over here. Never. Oh, I gotcha. No. Oh my God. Gotcha.
Okay, say it.
No, I'm good.
Let me hear you say it.
Come on, no, I'm good.
Well,
I'm fine.
Listen to me. It's a cultural thing. It'll go a long way with him. Trust me. Now, cough it up.
Okay. Perfect Mandarin coming your way. So get ready.
I'm so ready.
I hope you're sitting down.
I'm sitting down.
You are sitting down. That's right, you are. Okay, here we go. 很高兴的问你. Huh?
That was great.
Yeah?
Nailed it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Perfect intonation, enunciation. A+.
Thank you very much.
Only one thing.
What's that?
I taught you to say 很高兴认识你. It's an honor to meet you, and you said 很高兴的问你.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It's an honor to kiss you.
Oh. And that's bad?
Depends what kind of meeting you want to have.
Well.
Really?
No. Okay. Georgia, Henry, come on, time to go.
What? That's cheating! Thanks, Dad, thanks. I'm safe. I'm already safe. You can't be safe too. Yes, I can. That's stupid.
No. You both are right. Daddy's safe for everyone because that's... Ah! Okay.
喺我度，知啦。
You're gonna fight it. You're gonna fight it. Stay with me. I need you to tell me what happened, okay? All right, I can help you if you tell me what happened.
They weren't supposed to go back, but...
check 到若干條屍解啲啦。
咩人？
佢叫 David Pierce，Hawthorne Stone 嘅行政人員，係城堡麗珠大廈嘅保險公司。我嘅大廈度㗎。
I thought you said the fire wouldn't spread, that it'd be contained. What's wrong with your building? I mean, haven't you got a sprinkler system?
The sprinkler systems on the 96th floor engaged precisely as designed.
Oh, really? Then why didn't the fire go out?
Because the water caused the fire.
Come again?
That's the obvious conclusion. And the only way water can cause a fire is through an exothermic chemical reaction.
What does that mean?
It means this wasn't an accident. It's arson.
Sir, local control is completely locked out, and off-site's not answering. The entire system's been compromised. Our techs are trying to crack it, but they are saying it will take some time.
How long?
18 hours.
18 hours? We don't have 18 minutes. This thing's burning like a match.
Matches burn from the top down.
We need to leave now.
You're missing my point. With the fire doors open above the fire and closed below them, the pearl isn't burning like a match, it's burning like a kiln.
So what are you saying? It's going to collapse?
The pearl could burn to cinders and would never collapse. Collapse isn't the issue.
What is?
The real issue is that the building doesn't know it is on fire. And if it doesn't know it is on fire, it can't act to preserve itself. Which means the fire will get hotter and hotter and spread faster and faster until it has nothing left to feed on. Until it eats itself to death. Until it consumes us whole.
Well, that's fantastic, isn't it? That's wonderful. I'm sure we've all learned something very valuable here today. I know I have. Now, can we please get on the bloody helicopter?
As you know, if the fire continues to climb, it will superheat the air around the helipad, making liftoff impossible. If we are going to leave, we need to do it soon.
Alert the authorities. Tell them we're departing.
Sir.
Thank you.
Occupancy warning on floor 98.
Wait!
98樓可能有人存在。
Will Sawyer's family unlocked their apartment an hour ago. They're in the building. Send 2 men. Use the manual override code on the elevators. Bring them here. We're not leaving without them.
Yes, sir.
What?
You two, go.
We're gonna wait for them? Why? I mean, what if they're already dead? We need to leave now.
You know what's interesting about you, Mr. Pierce?
What?
Nothing. Turn that up.
The American is the prime suspect in a double homicide and is wanted in connection with a shootout that cost the lives of 4 officers.
呢個 Sawyer 我哋係咩料？
前海軍特種部隊攞個童星，喺 FBI 做咗6年，人質拯救隊做咗8年，係趙龍繼請翻嚟嘅第三方安全顧問，仲可以 access 成棟樓嘅保安系統添。佢好可能就係 shut down 晒滅火系統嗰個人。
我哋點解唔可以由地面救火？
消防隊長話：佢哋啲車嘅水壓最高都只係夠噴到3樓啫。仲有 system crash 大廈裏邊所有水管都封死晒，冇辦法噴到咁高。
咁即係咩意思？
即係話有佢燒。
咁死咗嗰條友咧，有咩料？
佢嘅 ID 未知，但係拍拖話佢係喺8甚至10個鐘前被殺。
你即係話俾我聽，呢個美國跛腳英雄，加埋老婆仔女，而到而家仲未有人揾到佢哋，專程飛咗萬 Q 幾里路，晨早殺咗一條友，然後棄屍喺佢 FBI 兄弟浴缸度，連佢都冧埋，之後打完場順便燒全世界最高嗰棟樓，你都唔信啊？
你咁講又係有好多疑點嘅。
咁你後巷嗰班人咧，槍戰嗰幾個有咩料？
仲未有料噃，Sir。二隊接咗波，搞緊。
哇，咁好啊！咁我哋究竟有冇任何好消息㗎
？10分鐘前電台講，趙龍繼坐直升機離開咗頂樓啦。
富豪得救真係謝天謝地啦！阿咩
？Yes sir。
幫手，揾呢個 Will Sawyer，有啲想問。
Yes sir。
阿咩
？Sir。
唔使就揾到啦。
Q 係啊嘛？
嗌人過去叫佢唔好開槍，你有嘢同佢講。
Yes sir。
What do we know about the Sky, Sawyer?
Marine Corps, Bronze Star, FBI for 6 years, hostage rescue team for 8. Hired by Zhao as a third-party safety assessor. Apparently he was given access to the building's security protocols. He could be the one responsible for shutting down the anti-fire measures.
Can we fight the fire from the ground?
Chief says the water pressure from the trucks can only hit the 30th floor tops. The system crashed, shut down the standpipes in the building. There's no way to get water up high enough.
So what is he saying?
He's saying it's gonna burn.
What about that guy? The dead guy in the bathtub.
Still no ID on him, but pathology says he was killed 8, maybe 10 hours beforehand.
So you're telling me this one-legged American war hero travels 13,000 miles with his wife and kids, who no one can seem to locate, by the way. Kills a man this morning, dumps the body in his FBI buddy's bathtub before murdering him too. And then to kind of run out the night, decides to light the tallest building in the world on fire. Does that sound believable to you?
Not when you put it like that.
What about the unknowns in the alleyway, the ones in the shootout? Do we know who they are?
Not yet, sir. Team 2 is on it.
Or do we know anything at all?
Zhao is leaving his penthouse by helicopter. Got word 10 minutes ago.
Oh, thank God the billionaire's safe. Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Do me a favor. Go find Will Sawyer. I'd like to ask him some questions.
Yes, Inspector.
Sergeant?
Sir.
Never mind, found him. Go send a response team. Tell them to hold their fire. I want to talk to him.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna give Boto what he came here for.
As soon as he has the drive, he'll kill us both.
Maybe. But here's my daughter. And her life is what matters to me, not mine. Now I'm taking that drive to the roof. You could either be attached to it or not. It's your choice, Zhao.
All right. So what's the plan?
I don't know. You just call Bruce Willis, I guess.